You're in the right place if you're feeling frustrated by your current learning management system's limitations. You're about to learn how to upgrade your customizability, control, and affordability for your learning management system by switching to Lifter LMS. Perhaps you're struggling with these three challenges. Your current LMS offers limited flexibility and customizability. You have no platform control or ownership, and you're paying for an overpriced solution, and the costs keep going up. In this training, you'll discover the exact strategies, tools, and concepts to switch your online education platform to one with unlimited customizability, gain control and ownership of your learning management system, and save money with a much more affordable solution. Lifter LMS customer Nick Usborne had this to say after switching to Lifter LMS from a hosted course platform called Teachable. He said, I've used a number of course creation and delivery platforms over the years, and they were all fine right up to the day when they weren't. The other tools aren't customizable. Now I host all my courses on Lifter LMS. Totally different experience because I'm free to do things my way. Nick has been with us for about 5 years and he's launched about 4 or 5 different online learning websites, all powered by Lifter LMS. He's super happy with it and he's been really successful with his online education projects, teaching on topics like artificial intelligence, freelancing, and how to become a profitable writer. And just to tell you a little bit about me, I'm Chris Badgett. I'm the CEO and co founder of Lifter LMS. I'm also a course creator myself. I created and sold my first course in 2012 in the organic gardening niche. Over the past decade plus, I've had over 100,000 students enroll in my free and paid courses, and I co founded the best open source learning management system called Lifter LMS in 2014. I'm happy to report that as of now, over 8.3 million enrollments of students online has been powered by Lifter LMS. I also founded an industry leading podcast for course creators called LMS Cast in 2014, and at Lifter LMS, we have customers in 165 different countries. So you're here in this presentation because you are looking for a better home for your learning management system. At Lifter LMS, where do we see people switching from? We see people switching from hosted creator platforms like Teachable, Thinkific, Kajabi, Podia, Udemy. We see people switching from other WordPress LMS tools like LearnDash, Tutor LMS, Sensei, LearnPress. We also see people switching from enterprise learning management systems like Canvas, Talent LMS, and Docebo. And finally, we get a lot of people switching from using SCORM to create their instructional content to using WordPress and Lifter LMS. I'd like you to meet Melissa Love. She's a course creator, coach, and agency owner. Recently, she migrated a photography education site to Lifter LMS. It's one of the largest photography education sites on the internet. She actually brought it over from a tool called MemberPress into Lifter LMS. She migrated over 500,000 students and 29 courses, and it is a multi instructor platform. She came to Lifter LMS for more power, customizability, and design control. I'd also like you to meet one of my other favorite Lifter LMS users. His name is Ziv Raviv. He's a course creator and entrepreneur, and he switched from a tool called LearnDash to Lifter LMS for more power better support, and more affordable pricing. And now meet Funk Roberts, who is a fitness coach primarily serving men over 40, and he was a heavy ClickFunnels user, and he added Lifter LMS to his stack for his courses, and he also needed a fitness certification program. He still uses some of the other software tools for their marketing and landing pages, but he migrated to Lifter for the online course and the certification aspect that he needed for his fitness coaching business. And just a fun piece of history from my story, I used to be a dog musher. I helped my boss train for the big sled dog race in Alaska called the Iditarod. And I helped manage his sled dog tour business on a glacier you could only get to by helicopter. And after the birth of my first child, I decided to leave Alaska and figure out a way to work online and became obsessed and interested in this learning management system world. And even now, 14 years after leaving Alaska, I'm not a developer, I'm not a programmer, yet I was able to help build the best learning management system called Lifter LMS with a talented team and help create the solution that I wish existed for teaching online to have the most customizability, ownership, and affordability. So if I can migrate from Alaska to working on the internet with no background in business or engineering, you can migrate to Lifter LMS. And let's pause for a moment and just look at why we're here. Why are we building these learning management system websites for ourselves or for our clients? What's motivating us? I'm guessing the same things that motivate me also motivate you, which are the three freedoms. You're likely interested in more financial freedom, to have the money to do what it is you want to do, to save, to invest, to enjoy life, to have lifestyle freedom so that you can live the way you want, perhaps work from home, spend more time with your family, and a more subtle type of freedom I call creative freedom, where we can truly step into the person we want to be to help the people we want to help and really create and do the work we find fulfilling. So, here are the three most important things to consider to successfully switch your LMS to a more powerful platform. First, you want to avoid the top five common time and money wasting LMS platform switching mistakes. So, I'm going to step through these and encourage you to avoid these if you're considering switching your LMS. The first mistake is called the sunk cost fallacy, which essentially means just because we've already spent a lot of money on our old learning management system, that we're so invested in it that it's hard for us to change. So, this is a trap we can all get stuck in with things we've been spending a lot of money on. And the way to get out of that is to really just face reality, to cut our losses, and also think about the opportunity cost of waiting. Another way to say that is, what is the opportunity cost of inaction if we continue to stay with a learning management system that is not serving us well? Mistake number two when switching your learning management system platform is falling prey to what I call software marketing gimmicks. This is where usually a point solution that does one kind of little piece of the LMS stack kind of presents itself as being able to do more than it actually does, to kind of inflate the benefits bigger than what they actually are. And the way to avoid this, the way to avoid getting kind of caught by some marketing net is to do your own personal evaluation. I'm going to show you at the end of this presentation how to test Lifter LMS and make your own decision and just evaluate the tool on your own with no pressure. I'd also encourage you to seek multiple review sources. So just because you follow a certain person on the internet or you hear a platform recommended a lot through advertisements, look for multiple review sources of what people think about their experience using the learning management system you're thinking of switching to. And the other thing is to really try before you buy. Before you commit, before you potentially hire somebody to help you with switching to a new LMS, try it out. Actually, test it out before you make the purchase to make sure it's the right decision for you. The third mistake we see when switching learning management systems is not vetting the customer support of the tool you're thinking of switching to. One of the best ways to do this is to actually test what it's like in the pre-sales, which means contact the company you're thinking of switching to, ask them questions, see how they treat you, see how detailed they are with their answers, see how helpful they are. Because it's really important when you select a new learning management system that you're going to get high quality, engaged, helpful customer support. The other thing you want to look for is multiple support channels. Not everybody likes to be helped in the same way. So it's important that the company that you're thinking of switching to for their LMS has the type of support that resonates with you. That could be a Facebook group, a Slack community, email support or ticket systems. It could be live calls. See what that company does to support their learning management system customers. And also check to see if they have a thriving community. These days, it's really important for software tools to have online community so that you can get support and be inspired by the community of users. The fourth mistake to avoid is having a high level of migration confusion. And what I mean by this is when you switch from one learning management system to another, you kind of want to get crystal clear on what it is you actually want, what the process is going to be like from switching from one to the other. What are you going to do with your existing users? What do you want the new platform to have? What's your timeline? These kind of details are very important so that you can have migration clarity instead of confusion. The other thing is migration doesn't have to be hard. You may be oversimplifying it on the other hand and thinking it's going to be easier than it actually is. So get really clear on what you want, and then you'll see the aspects of switching that are going to be easy and what's going to come with challenges. The other thing is to explore the LMS you're migrating to and their resources they have to help you have a successful, smooth transition to the new learning management system in alignment with your goals for the transition. Mistake number five is associating the cost of a learning management system with the value they provide. The most expensive solution is not necessarily the best. For example, LifterLMS has a more powerful free solution than most paid solutions in the market. And because we give away the learning management system core for free, it does not mean it's not incredibly powerful and useful. Looking beyond free options, the other aspect is to look at the affordability of the paid versions. So it is possible for a learning management system to be both affordable and high quality. So if you want the best, don't just look for the most expensive option. And finally, if you look broadly at the technology industry, what often happens is some of the outdated legacy tools are quite expensive, and the new innovative tech is actually quite cheaper, even with free options. It's just the way that works in the evolution of technology. So be careful associating the highest price with the highest quality. One of our users at Lifter LMS named Ariel had this to say that Lifter LMS is the most impressive learning management system he's ever worked with, and he's tried them all. The free plan provides features otherwise only available in expensive learning management systems. We see testimonials and reviews like this all the time where people are kind of shocked that the old hosted LMS they were using costs $30,000 a year or the price kept going up based on the number of courses or the number of students or the number of instructors. And they're just kind of blown away that all the value you can get with Lifter LMS and how drastically cheaper it is. So now that we're past discussing the most common mistakes people make with switching their LMS, now let's talk about the next most important piece, which is switching to the most powerful all in one learning management system. All in one simply means that we want the learning management system to do everything we want it to do. So the must have number one aspect of an all in one learning management system is for the LMS to have these key pillar features. We need a learning management system. This is the heart of it all. These are courses, student dashboards, instructor roles, grading, progress tracking, reporting, all the things you would expect from a top learning management system. But ideally, we want more integrated into our learning management system, like e commerce, the ability to sell access, memberships, engagements, and gamification like certification, achievement badges, personalized email. From the very beginning, Lifter LMS was created to not just be a learning management system, but be an all in one solution that provides you the LMS, the e commerce, the memberships, and the engagements. This is why people like Ziv Raviv love Lifter LMS. He even created one of the coolest LMS sites I've seen, which is a multi instructor platform called Balloon Artist College that teaches people how to tie animal balloons and do kind of kid entertaining and make parties fun with balloon art, even creating dresses and displays made of balloons. It's a micro niche, but one of the reasons Ziv loves Lifter LMS is because of all the things we just discussed, like a combined learning management system, e commerce engine, memberships, and engagements all in one to make his projects and his client projects possible. Now let's jump into a quick actual demo of the all in one nature of Lifter LMS. Lifter LMS has everything you need to create online courses. Create quizzes with automatic or manual grading, create assignments, allow note taking, provide unique student dashboards, and so much more. You can make money online with Lifter LMS, collect one time and recurring payments, manage orders, offer free courses, and more. Engage your students with Lifter LMS with achievement badges, personalized certificates, personalized emails, and more. Offer memberships with Lifter LMS to create course bundles, grant access to content and benefits outside of courses, create members only pricing models, and more. Manage your learning platform with Lifter LMS. View detailed reporting and analytics, manage student progress, build beautiful, customizable web pages with our page builder, and so much more. Lifter LMS protects your content. You can prevent people from copying your website content, drip content out over time to protect learner focus, control access through the powerful access plan system. Lifter LMS also integrates with the tools you're already using, like MailChimp, ConvertKit, Stripe, PayPal, WooCommerce, WordPress, and thousands of plugins and themes. You can even connect Lifter LMS to over 7,500 other apps using Zapier. And finally, Lifter LMS also offers the best support in our industry by email, weekly live call events, online communities, and more. Lifter LMS has everything you need to create, launch, and scale a high value online training platform that you own and control. I hope you enjoyed that demo. Now let's jump into the must have number two of having an all in one LMS, which is the sheer power and scalability of your learning management system. It needs to be customizable, it needs to be secure, and it needs to be scalable. At Lifter LMS, we're known for our customizability, our focus on security, and our scalable nature. We have people building courses that are just a one course website, and we have people like Ziv Raviv and Cole's Classroom who are building multi instructor online schools. And now let's look at Chantel and what she had to say as a Lifter LMS user. Chantel said most of her clients are online coaches. She eats, sleeps, and breathes building online courses and memberships, and she uses Lifter LMS for all her projects as her tool of choice. You'll notice in her comment here how she mentions courses and memberships. It's very common for learning management system website creators to want to combine concepts from online courses and membership sites. And Lifter has that since the beginning of the project as an all in one course and membership solution. And finally, one of the most important parts of having the best all in one solution is having great support. Not only do you need software for a powerful learning management system, you also want to have great support for the learning management system. So, what you want to look for is multimedia support content. So, there's different types of support. There's video tutorials on YouTube, there's detailed documentation, there's online communities, there's live calls, there's webinar trainings, there's email support. You want to make sure that the company is going to be able to support you the way you want to be supported. And just to highlight the importance of live support, which we offer at Lifter LMS on our weekly calls, is some people find it easier to get help on a live call with screen sharing and just get more visual real time support. And we have that at Lifter LMS. Also, there's different types of people building learning management system websites, whether it's a business owner, a subject matter expert that's just kind of DIYing it, or perhaps an agency, a freelancer, or a web developer. We also have developer support. So that's the documentation for developers, the API or application programming interface that developers can use to extend and add custom functionality to Lifter LMS. We have all these levels of support as part of our all in one solution. So Kara said, we have excellent documentation and support. This LMS has been easy to learn and set up, and it's also been a minimal learning curve for all her clients. So everybody's taken care of, whether it's the website builder, the user who's actually using Lifter LMS, developers that are assisting in the project. We have resources for all. And the final point of switching to a better LMS is to make that switching process easier on you. So I'm going to give you some mindset and success traits that I've seen that people use that successfully switch to Lifter LMS. The first success trait is to think of your old platform as a legacy platform, and then you're switching to a new platform. And what that can be is it's actually kind of a process. It's not necessarily an event like a switch that you flip and you just kind of turn one thing off and turn the new LMS on. It's kind of a process. So you have to think through that or get help to help you manage that process. What we see a lot of people do is they'll actually put the new modern learning management system Lifter LMS on a subdomain or a new domain, That way they can maintain their old LMS and slowly migrate users over, get new people onboarding to the new learning management system. So just think through the process that makes sense for what you're trying to do. The second thing to think about is whether you want to try to migrate everything or just kind of start over and do a rebuild. Both are possible. There are migration tools that exist that can help you move parts of your old LMS into the new LMS. But we often find because Lifter LMS is so fast and easy to build courses in, that sometimes it can be easier just to recreate your courses in Lifter LMS using the course builder. You can migrate your users over, manage their enrollments, and so on, and just kind of do a rebuild. But the choice is up to you, and I would encourage you to think through that process and what your ideal goal is. And the final thing I'll say on that is that help is standing by. There's all kinds of resources you can use. You can ask Lifter LMS support questions as you're doing your migration. We even have a list of Lifter LMS experts that have a proven track record with migrating projects over to Lifter LMS that you can kind of outsource the work to. So you can get help with this process. You don't necessarily need to do it all by yourself. Another way to make your switch or your migration to Lifter LMS easier is to realize that it can, in fact, go quick. Sometimes you just need to get started, learn the basics of Lifter LMS, and you'll probably be shocked how quickly you can recreate what you have already just using Lifter LMS and unlock even more features, power, and customizability. The course builder that Lifter LMS is extremely fast. We've created many videos and tutorials on how to build an entire online course like in 5 minutes using the course builder. And just be aware that there are tools that exist in our ecosystem to import content from another LMS and service providers that can just kind of take the headache away of switching tools and just get it done for you quickly because they're super familiar with Lifter LMS. And my final piece of advice for you for switching and having that process go with ease is to surround yourself with help. If you have a question, just reach out to the Lifter LMS support team, hire a migration expert from the Lifter LMS Experts program, and use the Lifter LMS live calls for real time feedback and help as you're figuring out your switch, your migration process. So I invite you to come on over to Lifter LMS, save time and money, avoid the classic LMS change mistakes, switch to the best learning management system, which is Lifter LMS. Make that call and come on over to Lifter and migrate to Lifter LMS with ease. When you do this, you're going to upgrade your customizability, your control, and affordability with Lifter LMS. So I wanted to ask you, can you see yourself using this platform? Can you see yourself using Lifter LMS? So take the next step. Choose your Lifter LMS plan now, starting it free. Go to lifterlms.com/pricing. So here are some questions you might be asking. Am I techie enough to actually switch my LMS platform? Do I have to be a computer scientist? The answer is no. We have lots of users starting with or switching to Lifter LMS who have never even built a WordPress website before, like Angela Brown. She's a house cleaner and she figured out all this on her own. She teaches house cleaners and maids how to start and grow their companies. She's a non techie and she figured out Lifter LMS. So, whatever your technology skill level is, you can switch to Lifter LMS. I get it. Switching tools can sometimes be hard. What if I get stuck? You might be asking. And I just want you to know that many people have switched to Lifter LMS. Support is standing by to help you, whether that's the Lifter LMS team, the Lifter LMS community, or the Lifter LMS third party experts who are available for hire to get it done for you. You might also be asking, can I try Lifter LMS before I buy? The answer is yes. We have a forever 100% free plan, which is very valuable. Many of our users just use the free plan, so you can get started right now at no cost. We also have a 100% money back guarantee. So if you're not happy for any reason, you can always just reach out, let us know, and we will refund 100% of your money. We also have demo websites available so you can take Lifter LMS for a test drive with all of our premium add-ons installed and demo content so you can play around with it before you make the decision to buy. And those are sandbox environments so you can add whatever other plugins and software that you like to use and make sure Lifter LMS works for your needs before you purchase. Our goal is to give you a 10 to 100 times return on your investment in the LMS software. So when you purchase Lifter LMS, I just want you to think about how many enrollments would you need to cover the cost of the LMS software. Whatever you spend with Lifter LMS, our goal is to deliver 10 to 100 times the value to you in your first year. And going back to our user, Nick Usborne, he hosts all his courses on Lifter LMS now, switched from a hosted platform. And for him, it's a totally different experience because he's free to do things his way. So at the end of the day, what you get with Lifter LMS is more freedom, customizability, control, and affordability. Lifter LMS is known as the best learning management system software for teaching online. Go check out the reviews. We have an average of 4.9 stars out of 5 stars on WordPress, Capterra, and G2. We have customers in 165 different countries, and we're known as the best open source LMS that was founded in 2014 and is still founder led. We have an industry leading podcast and YouTube channel full of tutorials to show you how to use Lifter LMS. We have the best support in the industry, and we've powered over 8.3 million enrollments. The Lifter LMS software has been downloaded 1.35 million times and growing every day, and 310,000 certificates have been earned using the Lifter LMS software. So take the next step. Choose your Lifter LMS plan now. Go to lifterlms.com/pricing. And I want to thank you for spending your time with me today. My life mission is also our company mission, which is to lift up others through education. Go to lifterlms.com/pricing. It's great to be with you on the journey.